city of Richmond Hill passed a 10,000% increase in the stormwater fee schedule. That means that for the donor farm, the bill is going to go from $150 to almost $15,000. Again, it's like the war on the farm that we see around the world. It has now come to the municipal level here in Richmond Hill. And that caused a protest to happen a week ago Saturday. And we were there for that. Check it out. Tell me about what's going to happen in the next hour. I see many pickup trucks with trailers on them with signage. You're going to send your message to the mayor and council, at least those councillors that voted for this. Do you think it will change anything, Paul?
I have no idea if it'll change anything. I hope that it'll raise some awareness at least and let them know that the stormwater management fee issue is not going away, that we are fighting it and we're going to continue to fight it whether the council likes it or not. You know, we're not going anywhere, so we're here for a while yet, and we're going to keep doing what we do.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with your demonstration. And we're going to keep on this file because this is an injustice. People, like I said, 100% of people on this planet need farmers. And to target farmers, I just cannot explain it. So good luck with your demonstration. I hope it, gets some results at City Hall here. Okay, so a peaceful protest, and there was a counter protest. People with the anti-development organization called A Better Richmond Hill. But Paul, there was another demonstration I could not attend yesterday, and it was the same deal. It was pickup trucks with trailers with signage denouncing this 10,000% stormwater fee increase. You are around Yonge and 16th in Richmond Hill, and suddenly it didn't really turn so peaceful. What happened?
Well, it remained peaceful, first of all. We were told by the York Region Police that we weren't welcome there, essentially. They said we weren't supposed to be driving our wagons in that area, and that they were there on the direction of the superintendent, apparently from the day before he'd given them direction to go in and basically stop us. They threatened to pull our trucks and wagons off the road and have them inspected, which would basically delay the whole purpose of it and take any momentum we had out of the demonstration.
And what was the reason they gave you for shutting down this peaceful protest?
Originally, I think they said it was for in the interest of public safety, and they were concerned with us obstructing traffic, which we were not. Traffic could go around us. It wasn't being obstructed. In fact, I was driving one of the wagons on Yonge Street, and traffic wasn't moving anyways. A number of times I had to wait for the traffic to clear even to start going again. So it wasn't that we were obstructing traffic. Traffic was bad, period.
And you know, folks, just a few weeks in the exact same area and beyond, there was a protest by more than 50,000 people against the Iranian regime. Traffic was snarled, but I didn't see the cops interfering with that demonstration. We were there for that one too. Check it out. The Islamic Republic is not Iran. I think most people here, virtually everybody, would agree with that. I guess there's a lot of people experiencing buyer's remorse from the 1979 revolution.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's why we all here, and we're supporting the people, and we are their voice in here.
And you know, it's such a shame what happened to Miss Amini. She was arrested by the morality police, died for not allegedly wearing her hijab properly. How can this force be called the morality police? That seems to be the most immoral thing possible, killing someone for not wearing clothing properly.
That is just shameful, and this is not right.
These protests have spread to all 31 of Iran's provinces. They've spread to major cities around the world. Here we are in Richmond Hill, thousands of people. Here's the big question, though. In terms of tangible change in Iran, what would you like to see countries like Canada do to help the Iranian people?
Sure. The main thing that we want to get across is getting the IRGC as a terrorist organization. They have a lot of family here. There's going to be people here that you don't know they're associated with the regime back home, but they are. They're going to be taking pictures of everyone, trying to catch them back home, putting them in prison. So that's something we want to put a stop to. They own a property in Bridle Path. They own multiple businesses all around the GTA. We want to put a stop to that. Vancouver, all across Canada. We want to put a stop to that.
So there you have it, Paul. 50,000 people plus gathering in about the same area where you were. And that's okay, though. The police let that peaceful protest go on. And what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, the cops said that you either leave now or we're going to measure the air pressure in your tires. And for each tire that's out of compliance, each tire that's not exactly right air pressure wise, you're going to get a ticket. You're going to potentially receive thousands of dollars of tickets. Did that actually happen?
So what they said is they would pull us over and have our vehicles inspected for as a safety inspection, which I believe can only be done by an MTO officer anyways. But that was their threat to us, that we'd be pulled over. We'd be forced to a roadside inspection. And if they found anything wrong, then that would be an issue. Something like air pressure in your tires could be a potential safety violation. If you were a couple pounds over the limit on what the tire's rated for instance. There was certainly some concern with having them deal with this, and we didn't want the hassle, so we went home.
Paul, this strikes me as so incredibly petty. And I mean, when it comes to safety, you weren't driving these pickups and wagons like these were NASCAR racers. I mean, you were just slowly going up Yonge Street. I mean, it just seems, like I said, petty and preposterous. Were you surprised that they came down on you, whereas the other protests, the A Better Richmond Hill people, they were back at that corner and they had planted signs in the grass, which I understand is contrary to bylaw, but it was a matter of nothing to see here, folks, move along.
I was disappointed we were the only ones that were being forced out. You're correct. I was told the same thing as you, that their signs were illegal and erected illegally on the corners that Better Richmond Hill had put up. I was very disappointed in the police that we were the ones that were targeted. Yeah. For the record, our vehicles were all equipped with slow-moving vehicle signs, as farm machinery, when it's operating on the road, has to have, and we are restricted by that sign to go a certain speed, and the police completely ignored that fact. So.
You know, Paul, it strikes me as sort of, there's a comparison here with the Freedom Convoy movement that was in Ottawa and at the Ambassador Bridge, and how eventually, at least in the Ottawa situation, the federal government had to invoke the Emergencies Act and then really brutally put down that peaceful protest. And it's kind of like here in Richmond Hill, the city has gone weaponized with its war on the farm by sending in the guys with guns to lay down the law, but lay it down very selectively, I should think.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they chose to target us. The police did say at one point, did you talk to the mayor's office about doing this protest? I didn't realize I needed authorization from the mayor to drive a wagon down the road.
What you just saw was an excerpt from my nightly show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every weekday I do a monologue. Usually it's about half an hour. Then I interview an interesting guest, and then we read my hate mail or my fan mail, whichever is more fun. It's only available behind a paywall, though. That's how we pay our bills here at Rebel News. We don't take a dime from Justin Trudeau. But the good news is it's only $8 a month, about half the price of Netflix. And in addition to my nightly show, you also get weekly shows from 4 other friends here at Rebel News. So you're getting 36 shows a month just for $8. I think it's worth it. And even if you're not quite sure, do it anyways, because we rely on viewers like you to keep us free and independent. I promise you I'll never take a dime from Trudeau. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com and click subscribe. Thanks.